Today we are going to discuss about the functions and the role of Industrial Financial Corporation of India. Industrial Finance Corporation of India is one of the important development bank in India. This is the first development bank of India also. IFCI was the first development bank established in India in the year 1948. It has been converted into a public limited company with effect from 1st July 1993. Now it is a public limited company. The main objective of IFCI was to make medium and long-term credit to the industrial concerns in the private, public, joint and cooperative sectors in India. This was the major objectives of IFCI, that is provision of medium and long-term loans to industrial concerns. It is a subsidiary of IDBI which holds 50% of its share capital and the remaining 50% is held by the banks, insurance companies and the cooperative bank. That is, it is a subsidiary of IDBI Bank. The main aim of the incorporation of IFCI was to provide long-term finance to manufacturing and industrial sector of the country. IDBI, scheduled bank, insurance sector, cooperative banks are some of the major stakeholders of the IFCI. These banks are the major stakeholders of IFCI. The authorized capital of IFCI is 250 crores and the central government can increase this also. In 1993, it was reconstituted as a company to impart higher degree of operational flexibility. It was allowed to access the capital market directly. Subsequently, the name of the company was also changed to IFCI Limited. Now it is known as IFCIL with effect from October 1999. The headquarters of the head office of IFCI is in New Delhi. It has also established regional offices in Bombay, Chennai, Calcutta, Chandigarh, Hyderabad, Kanpur and Guwahati. It is managed by Board of Directors headed by Chairman who is appointed by Government of India in consultation with the RBI. Chairman holds the position for a period of 3 years subject to the extension. Of the 12 directors, 4 are nominated by the IDBI, 3 of whom are experts in the field of industry, labor and economics, and 4th is the general manager of the IDBI. The remaining 8 directors are nominated. 2 directors are nominated for a term of 4 years by each of the following scheduled bank and cooperative bank, insurance companies and investment companies, making up 8 directors. The major objectives of IFCI are granting loans and advances to industrial concerns and subscribing to the shares and debentures floated by them. Second objective is underwriting the issue of stocks, shares, debentures and bonds of industrial concerns provided these stocks, shares, etc. are disposed by the corporation within 7 years. Third objective is granting loans raised by industrial concerns in the capital market. Guaranteeing loans raised by industrial concerns in the capital market. Fourth objective is granting loans in foreign currencies to specialized industries. And fifth objective is guaranteeing deferred payments in respect of imports of capital goods made by approved industrial concerns. That guaranteeing deferred payment in respect of imports of capital goods made. These are the important objectives of IFCI. The functions of IFCI are as follows: provide medium and long-term loans and advances to industrial and manufacturing concern. Second one is the Industrial Finance Corporation of India can also subscribe to the debentures that these companies issue in the market. Third function is provide guarantees to the loans taken by such industrial concern. Fourth one is when a company is issuing shares or debentures, the IFCI can choose to underwrite such securities, that is underwriting services. Fifth one, it also guarantees deferred payments in case of loans taken from the foreign banks. And next important function is there is a special department, the merchant banking and the allied service department. They look after the matters such as capital restructuring, mergers, amalgamation, loan syndication, etc. These are some of the important functions of IFCI, that is provide medium and long-term loans, then subscribe debentures, They also act as underwriters. They guarantees the loans, they guarantees the deferred payment, and they provide some special services also. The IFCI gives more emphasis on giving advances to the following sections of the people, that is to the new entrepreneurs, projects aimed at exploring new areas of technology, prospectus of the projects in earning foreign exchange, projects involved for producing inputs for raising agricultural products, production, projects involved in the production of essential consumer goods, interest subsidy schemes for women entrepreneurs, consultancy fee subsidy schemes for providing marketing assistance, encouraging the modernization of tiny small scale and ancillary units, controlling pollution in small and medium scale units. These areas were given importance by this institution, by the IFCI. Three main components of financial resource of IFCI include share capital, bonds and debentures, and other borrowings. That is borrowings from the Government of India, RBI, IDBI, UTI, LIC, and by issuing its bonds and debentures in the market. Borrowings in foreign currency from the World Banks and other foreign organizations. These are the capital resources of the IFCI. Role of IFCI as follows. First one, it grants loans and advances both in rupee and foreign currency to individual concerns which are repayable within a period of 25 years. This is the first role. They provide loans and advances both in rupee and foreign currency. Second one, it subscribes to the issues of shares, bonds and debentures by industrial concern. Third one, it underwrites the issue of shares, bonds and debentures by the industrial concerns. Fourth one, it guarantees loans both in rupee and foreign currencies and deferred payments in connection with machinery imported from abroad or purchased within India. It provides financial assistance for setting up of new industrial projects, expansion of existing units, modernization, renovation and modification of units. It can convert in full or part of its rupee loan into equity capital of the industrial concern assisted by it. But it cannot acquire more than 40% of share capital except in case of persistent default of repayment of loans. Another important role is that as part of its financial services, it provides equipment financing, equipment leasing, equipment procurement, suppliers credit, buyers credit, merchant banking and hire purchase services to the industrial concerns. Another important role is that they provide financial support to the other financial concerns. It introduced the installment credit schemes in November 1991. It has entered into a memorandum of understanding with the Housing and Urban Development Corporation Limited (HUDCO) for joint financing of industrial infrastructural projects. The key promotional activities of IFCI covers funds supplied for technical consultancy, risk capital, venture capital, technical development, tourism, housing, development of securities market, entrepreneurship development and subsidy support to help the entrepreneurs and enterprises in village and small scale sectors. That is, they do several, they have a role in promotional activities like consultancies, technical consultancy service, risk capital, venture capital, etc. It sanctions assistance to industry units in backward areas for balanced regional development. The IFCI sponsored the Risk Capital and Technology Finance Corporation (RCTC) in January 1988 after reconstituting the Risk Capital Foundation set up by it in 1975. And they operate two schemes. First, risk capital schemes and technology finance development schemes. Under this scheme, assistance is available to first generation entrepreneurs, particularly technocrats and professionals. That is, the IFCI sponsored the Risk Capital and Technology Finance Corporation in January 1988 after reconstituting the Risk Capital Foundation. They provide assistance is available for funding innovative technologies also, that is for technological upgradation, energy conservation, process, etc. They also provide helps to enhance, or they have a role in innovate fundings in innovative technologies. Another important role is that it set up a credit rating agency known as Investment Information and Credit Rating Agency of India (IICRA) in January 1991 as a public limited company with an authorized capital of rupees 10 crores. This rating rating services are also provided by the IFCI. It established a merchant banking and allied service department in 1986, which handles the merchant banking segment relating to public issue management. It has recently promoted three subsidiary companies, that is IFCI Financial Service Limited, IFCI Investor Services and IFCI Custodial Service Limited. These are the important role of IFCI as a development bank. Now, this IFCI has changed its name to IFCI Limited for ensuring greater flexibility and ability to respond to the needs of changing financial system. The IFCI Limited was incorporated as a company under the Companies Act 1956 on 21st May 1993. Thus, IFCI became the first institution in the financial sector in India to be converted from a statutory corporation into a company. Now it is known as IFCL, and this is the first institution which has converted from a statutory corporation into a company.